Hi guys and welcome again to another video from Bishoy, and today we're going to talk about how to increase website traffic for free. These are going to be few actionable tips that shouldn't take you more than few minutes to apply each one of them, and let's just jump into it. First, the first tip I would recommend is promoting your articles on LinkedIn. Now, depending on how big your circles in LinkedIn and how relevant is it to the topic you're writing about in your website or your blog post, it would that will determine the how much benefits you will get from that. How if it's going to be a great increase in the traffic or not. And you shouldn't just post a link like you do on Twitter and that's it. If you really want it to be If you really want to get the full advantage of LinkedIn, I would recommend that you make a small video intro about the topic, like explaining what will people benefit from reading your post and so on, with a short description on the video itself and a link to your website. That way, it's easier. It will have a bigger reach because videos perform really well on LinkedIn. It will reach more eyeballs, and it's more likely that people will click on the link and read your article. The second recommendation would be to, if you're going to do a guest post, then make sure to add several links in the beginning, and one of them should be yours. Now, usually when you're doing this post, you're trying to get a backlink to your website or your post, but usually that kind of post is mentioned in the bottom in your like in the signature or in the author section. So people don't usually click to it. You will get the benefit from the backlink, but you will not get the benefit of people visiting your website. So instead of putting it in the bottom or in the signature section, instead add it throughout the article. First, add a couple of links directed somewhere else relevant to your post, like statistics or something similar. And in the middle of the content, add a link to your website, and make sure that the part or the sentence that you link is inspire curiosity. So you can click on it, and then people will view your website more. And there are some people reporting that links that you actually get traffic from is more valuable than links that you don't get traffic from. Okay, moving on to the third recommendation. But before I do, make sure to like and subscribe to get the future tips in the future, and to play well with YouTube's algorithm. Now, the third recommendation is add LSI keywords. For those of you who doesn't know what's LSI keywords, it's usually I use LSI graph for it. LSI is basically keywords similar to the keywords that you're targeting. So, for example, it says here what's if you want actual terminology of it. And what I do is I search for here your main keyword, and then they will generate a lot of other options, a lot of other keywords that you should target, and you should add those in your blog post. Spread them out, uh, not in specific order. Oh, okay. So it looks like I've already reached the daily limit. That's because I tried to uh, record the screen several times. Sorry about that. So when you register, you get it for free, and I'm sure if you pay, you can get more, but you don't need to pay. Just plan ahead what keyword you're going to search for, and move on to the next one. Okay, so first step, LinkedIn. Second tip is Second tip is the guest post, adding more links. Third tip is using LSI graph and adding more keywords through your article. Now, fourth tip is you should go back and republish your old post on social media. So if you have Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook, whatever platform you're promoting on, or even Reddit, whatever the platform you're promoting your posts or your website on, you should go back and republish your old post. As long as it's evergreen, as long as it's still relevant, it's still helpful, it should bring you more traffic, even if you shared it before. And on the same subject, when you're sharing, most platforms prefer adding a small picture or a small image when you're adding the posts. So just a small intro, just a catchy title, and a picture to bring in more attention and to increase its reach. Okay, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. Another tip related to that tip is when you're posting a new post, don't worry about oversharing on social media. Don't worry about annoying your followers because of the lower rates of reach for each of the new social media or the big social medias. It's highly unlikely for the same person or the same follower to see the same link more than once or maybe more than twice. It's almost it's very rare. So don't worry about that. And it's according to research I read online, you can still get about 65% even if you search the same post more like four or five times. But don't overdo it. Don't publish it like minutes apart. Like publish them 1 or 2 days apart. If you're worried about forgetting or worried about this is going to take you too long, then there is a lot of services online that you can use to automate your social posts. I don't use one in particular, but if we Google any, you will see here multiple ones. You can read whichever you prefer. I'm sure you will find plenty of cheap ones. Okay, with that said, let's move on to the next step. The next step is create click to tweet links. So for this, we use a click to tweet website. This is very easy, doesn't take you more than a few minutes. Just go through. Uh, Here is the website. I open it for you. Here is how it works. You just need to sign in and follow the steps. Now, this you should go through your posts and find the post that a very powerful pro tip or a very quotable line or advice, and you can use that to make it click to tweet. So it would be easier for them to tweet that certain part. And when you do that using the service, it automatically adds a link to your page. So if that person shares it, it will bring more eyes to your blog post. It will bring in more traffic. Now, another tip is don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe. That will really help for my channel to grow bigger, and it will encourage me to add more tips for you guys. Now, the next step is work on enhancing your CTR. For those of you who doesn't know, CTR is your click-through rate, and why you should add that is, let's say if you're ranking the fifth or the 10th on the first page for a certain keyword, if you're getting 2% from that ranking or from that position, and you double your CTR from 2% to 4%, then you're basically doubling the traffic you're getting from for that specific keyword. Plus, when Google sees that you're getting more click-through rate, it will recognize that this post answers this question or very related to this inquiry, so it will increase your ranking as well. So this will bring in two benefits. One, if you stay in the same position, you will get more traffic from that same position. Two, when you get more traffic, it will increase your position and therefore bring in more traffic and so on. It's a never-ending circle. Uh, How to increase your CTR? There is a lot of steps to do that. The easiest one to implement is you should add the keywords in the beginning. So if you're talking about affiliate marketing, for example, Let's say that your keyword is affiliate marketing for beginners. So you should add affiliate marketing for beginners in the beginning of your title. And then you can add the year. For example, you can add 2020, or you can add uh, in less than 5 minutes, or you can add step by step in 7 steps, for example. So adding numbers like years or duration will increase your click-through rate. Adding the keyword in the beginning of your title will increase your click-through rate. Also, in the description of the link, a lot of people like to talk about themselves or the website or the kind of business they are running. Instead, you should add the benefits. What will be the reader gain or earn from reading your post? What's their pain and how you're going to solve it? Are you going to give them more money? Are you going to make them look better? Are you going to make them skinnier, healthier, happier? Make sure to mention those specific benefits that your article will provide. That way, when they read it, they will be more enticed to click through on your post. Everyone wants to be happier. Everyone wants to be richer or more wealthy. Sorry about that, guys. English is not my first language. Thank you for the encouragement. And the there's still a couple of tips I have in mind, but I don't want this video to go too long. So if you guys like this and you want me to do more of that, make sure to mention so in the comments. Ask any question. I will do my best to help. See you in the next video, and don't forget like and subscribe. Thank you.